Hi, it's Adele Michael, and it's lake time. Yes, it's finally spring here. It's getting into summer here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I wanted to share the lake with you again. It's been a while. So this is a new series of videos that I'm doing called More Abundance Live. That's the series title. And this month we're going to talk about money and prosperity and what might stand in the way of that for you. So I'm also trying a new platform, so if I have to look away for a minute, I'm just taking care of the technicals. So let's see if we can do this. Yes. So today we're talking about where are your money blocks. And usually they're invisible. You know, we don't carry around a block of stuff saying, I don't want to have enough money in my life. It's in our thoughts, in our feelings, and potentially in our DNA. Scientists are looking at how we express our ancestry and whether the experiences of our forebears actually make a difference for us today. So we're going to talk about all that. Why is this important? Because these invisible blocks can mean that you're not making the money in your business that you want to make. And I'm Adele Michael, and I work with women, business owners, and professionals and professional teams who want to be more prosperous in every way, including money. And why is that important? Because money isn't everything, but it touches everything in our world. So, and most entrepreneurs, most business people, most professionals would like to make more money. So today I am debuting some energy work that I learned from Raymond Grace, who is a very masterful healer. And I will give you his website later in this video. So if you want to check out what he's doing, you can do that. But the tools I'm using are a dowsing chart, which has, yes and no axis, yes and no, and numbers. So I can use percentages, this is weird, and negative and positive, and get numbers. So this is called a dowsing chart, and you may have heard of dowsing. It's been used for many years to find water, and that's basically with L rods, and you hold the rod in your hand, and when there's water, it comes together. This is a pendulum, and what I've learned from Raymond Grace is to use the pendulum with the chart to find out what's going on and what the negative or positive effect of it would be, and then how to change it. And you may say, well, that sounds really weird. Well, it could be weird, but it works. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and it's one of my very, very favorite change tools that bring on positive change. And I've used it with clients and used it for myself and used it for people I don't even know. It does work at a distance. It does work through time. So if you're watching this after this goes live, then that's not a problem at all. And you may or may not feel an effect of it, and you may not feel right away, and you may not feel an effect at all. So this is kind of an experiment to see how it goes, and what you like, and what changes for you. So today, I just want to say one more thing about that. The changing the energy. We're mostly energy. The world is mostly energy. Scientists are telling us now that 0.00001%, 0.00001% of everything that we perceive is matter. Everything else is space. So there's plenty of space for energy to be changed, and there's plenty of possibility for positive change. And I another way to look at it is what you're putting your attention on and your intention on gives you a different result. So that's what this is about today. So let's start with a simple money clearing block. So I'm just using the pendulum. It's going to go in a circle and go up and down. It'll give me numbers. But yeah, it's kind of mysterious. It's really fun. So let's say you feel like you're not good enough to make the money that you want. We're just going to clear that on an energetic level. Your thoughts, beliefs, your feelings about being good enough. And as I say, you may or may not experience anything as I do this. Whew. What I sometimes feel is like a lightening of the heart. And a greater sense of presence. Like I'm more present. Okay. So instead of feeling I'm not good enough to make the money I want, we're just going to dial in or douse in. I am good enough just the way I am. So it feels like it's doing it by itself. My hand is actually doing it. I know that. But they're micro movements. And this is a way for me to be more in touch with my intuition. So it's right brain, intuitive brain, instead of logical brain. And often the logical brain does not know what the intuition or the body knows and is aware of. So it's a really powerful tool to get into your deeper intuition and wisdom. Okay, so this is taking a little while to clean up the not good enough thing. Well, hear thunder in the distance. Okay. So that's done. How about, how much do you like money? I know a lot of people feel like money is evil or sleazy or you have to do really bad things to get it. None of which is true. Money is neutral. It's what we project on it that makes the difference in our experience of it, actually. There are some very, very good and kind people who have a lot of money and do a lot of good with it. And there's some bad people with not a lot of money who do bad. You know, it's not about money. It's really the intention of the person behind it. So we're just going to raise your acceptance of money. You don't have to like it, but we're going to raise the acceptance of it so that if you want more money, you will accept more into your life. How's that? And if you don't want any of this, turn off this video or just say no thank you to yourself. Okay? Whew, okay. So one more money block clearing that you may have is that my family never had it. And it's not necessarily, one or two generations back, but if you're not Native American and you live in the United States, your people came from a different country. And they probably came here because they were starving, or there was war, or they were looking for opportunity. So anywhere where your family history is limiting the amount of money you can bring into your life through your business and through other means, it doesn't have to be through your business, but it can be. We're just going to release that, scramble those frequencies. That's where the DNA comes in. Like, what's stored in your DNA that your family experienced 100,000, 2,000 years ago? Okay, and so let's just dial in plenty. Plenty. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of opportunity. There's plenty of prosperity. And there's plenty of money. Just allow the spirit of abundance to come into your awareness. Okay, good. All right, so I will end there today. Actually, we're not quite finished. But while I'm talking, I have a dear friend who was raised in India. She's American, but she was raised in India with a missionary family. And she has so much empathy for the poor. And she does really great work for them. And she identifies with them. So sometimes she wonders whether that's impinging on her business income. And it could be. So one thing to remember is poverty never helped anything. In fact, it causes a lot of suffering, as you know. So you can't get poor enough to help the poor, but you could get rich enough to help the poor. And in fact, maybe you're already rich enough to help the poor, if that's something that is on your heart. So just remember, being poor doesn't help anything. Okay. So next time, I'll be going more into deserving prosperity. And so that'll be, next time. And if you're interested in, hang on, I'm going to do some more technology stuff. If you're interested in this work, you can go to raymondgrace.us. raymondgrace.us. There's no D in Raymond. He is a master teacher, lives in Virginia, and you can go to his website and find out more about his work. And he has I know he has an online dowsing course coming up this month. So if you want to check that out, you can do that online, or you can go learn from him in person if this interests you. raymondgrace.us, no D. And if you're in the Triangle area of North Carolina, I would love for you to join me on May 23rd. It's Wednesday, May 23rd at 11:45 at the Frontier in Durham. We're going to be talking about deserving more. So we'll be doing more of this kind of work, but I'll also be doing interactive coaching with people and leading the group in an abundance meditation. So would love to see you there if you can come. That's Abundance with Adele. AbundanceWithAdele.com. It's a free registration. And if you if this sparks your interest and you're like, where are my other money blocks? I would love to offer you a free consultation at an abundance breakthrough session at AdeleMichael.com. AdeleMichael.com. You can go there and book a session. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate your being here. See you on the next one, and wishing you great prosperity in everything you're doing.